So Logan Paul versus Dillon Danis is apparently happening. Now, while this fight is official, it's going to happen in October, so that's plenty of time for Dillon Danis to pull out. You know, he's got 2 months to find a way to pull out. And honestly, I don't think this is going to happen. I know that there's like a... Well, actually, I think this has a higher chance of happening than the Logan Paul fight, but I'm still skeptical that Dillon Danis is actually going to fight. Because if Dillon Danis fights and loses, his like whole character is pretty much over. Like, he can't really go and talk shit online if he lost to like a YouTuber, even if it is a boxing match and he's an MMA fighter. Especially if he gets like knocked out. Like, his whole character and his whole shtick don't even work. But if this fight does happen, and apparently there's like $100,000 fine for Dillon Danis if he pulls out of this, which is interesting. But if this does happen, I got to pick Logan Paul in this fight. So Dillon Danis had talked about like cutting down to 155 at various points in his career. He said that he was going to go down and he's going to fight 155, but this fight against Logan Paul is at 195 pounds. Most of Danis's fights were like 175 pound catch weights, but for him to actually fight at 195 pounds, he's going to be really out of shape. And I've seen some photos of him, and he looks fucking fat. Like, no offense to him, but he looks a bit pudgy. While Logan Paul, on the other hand, is 6'2", fucking shredded, like an actual athletic man. Well, that doesn't win you boxing matches. He has boxing experience at the very least, while Dillon Danis is a jiu-jitsu fighter. Like, he's a submission grappler. Like, even in MMA, his like fights, he looked horrible on the feet. But he hasn't fought for 4 years, so maybe he's just been working on his boxing. Apparently, when he was going to fight KSI, he had not been training. Apparently, he didn't even have like a fucking boxing camp or a boxing trainer, which is really weird. But yeah, I'd have to go with Logan Paul if this happens. Apparently, Hasim Rahman Jr. is like a standby if Danis pulls out, which that's yeah, that'll probably end up being the fight if we're being honest. Because I know there's $100,000 fine, but Danis is going to find a way out of this, I reckon. Like, I'd love to see it. It'd be an entertaining build-up. Just be cool to see, Danis fight again. Because Danis has talked shit to literally every single person in combat sports for the last, 5 years. But there's, no payoff because he doesn't fight. And honestly, I've been thinking... What the fuck? Does he work a 9-to-5 job or something? Where the fuck's he getting money? He has to have a million. He has to have a millionaire stepdad or something. Because how the fuck does this man make a living? Because he's not fighting, and he's doing crypto scams and shit like that on his Twitter. So it's what's this guy actually up to? Financially, how's he making a living? But yeah, I really like Logan Paul in this fight. Boxing experience. He's bigger than Danis. He's, like I said, he's an actual athlete. Danis isn't fucking fast twitch muscle. He's a slow twitch sort of guy. He's not a power puncher. Maybe he can, maybe Logan can gas out, and maybe Danis can fucking make a fucking, a comeback and get him out of there But I highly doubt that. It'd be funny though. Imagine watching Dillon Danis fucking teeing off on a gassed out Logan Paul. That'd be really funny to see. Just going to the body, just going off. But yeah, I really like Logan Paul in this fight if it actually happens. But that Misfits card, the Prime one, I think that's what they're calling it, the Prime card. It's actually looking really good. You got KSI versus Tommy Fury on there. I think they're going to get Salt Puppy on there against someone. So that card's looking pretty good. But again, it's if Dillon Danis actually shows up or not. Because I don't know. He's a very untrustworthy person to have on a card. McGregor's like gonna be involved in it though if he does fight, because he's been going off at fucking Ariel Helwani. Him and Ariel Helwani had like a little exchange because Helwani was being a bit cheeky. Where is it? So Helwani posted like something just like saying that, you know, he wasn't going to show up, and then McGregor said, "Will you be a witness?" And then Helwani said, "To what?" And then McGregor, shit you not, said, "To the crime of this ratio." Like, what the fuck? I didn't even know McGregor knew about ratioing people. And then Helwani said, "I'll give you this. Better chance of you ratioing me than Dillon Danis showing up on October 14th. Like, yeah, that's if they got to get Helwani involved in this fucking event or some shit. Have Helwani versus the MMA Guru in a fucking catchweight fight on this card. I'd love to see that, you know. Fucking let's get Helwani and fucking Guru in there, fucking throwing hands. I don't know what weight class it'd be in, but catchweight, something, open weight fight. Let's get it. Or just have MMA Guru and fucking Helwani just like debate each other or something. But yeah, this should be a good card. Should be a good fight if it happens. If it doesn't happen, Dillon Danis is fucking never going to get a big fight opportunity ever again, because, yeah, like, nobody will ever put him on a card again. Like, the fact that he's getting this fight against Logan Paul is, like, it's pretty massive for him. But, yeah, I highly doubt we're going to be seeing Danis get any other sort of, like, big fight opportunity if he doesn't show up against Logan Paul. But I'm optimistic, but I still have like a feeling he's not going to show up. But, you know, we'll find out. But yeah, it should be a good fight if it actually happens. Got Logan Paul. I reckon he'll take a decision probably. Maybe finish Danis. We don't really know much about Danis' striking, because even in Bellator, like, he got submissions pretty quickly. But from what we've seen, his striking's pretty rough. But we don't know what his chin's like or anything like that. So who knows? Maybe he's durable. But I don't know. I guess we'll find out against Logan Paul. If Logan Paul manages to lose this, though, like, he should not box again. But he had a decent fight with Mayweather. I mean, it was an exhibition. Mayweather wasn't going his hardest. But, you know, still, he landed some shots on Mayweather. He's like twice Mayweather's size. But, you know, the fact that he landed some shots was impressive, you know, for a fucking influencer. Obviously, he wasn't a serious fight or anything, but, you know. And then, you know, he looked good in the KSI fights as well. So, yeah, I can't imagine Danis is going to be like a massive power threat or anything like that. But you never know. They're talking a lot of shit to each other, though, which I really like. So maybe the press conference will be really entertaining. But, yeah, it should be a good one. But, yeah, like I say, Logan Paul should get this done if it happens. If not, if Danis doesn't show up, then Logan Paul is probably going to get fucked up by Rahman Jr., probably. But I guess we'll find out. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Thank you.